up to this point in my career with my definition of wealth. That has really been the big factor for me is the dollar. Up till recently, I've always focused on maximizing dollars. And I've kind of redefined what I consider to be wealth. I used to think that I needed more dollars. I still need some, but I don't think I need as many as I used to think I used to have. Okay. Consider now my savings account to be in the land. The big thing that drives me is water, is the water retention. I gotta have water in the soil. I'm trying not to be greedy, but when it comes to water, I am greedy. Every drop of water that falls on this ranch, I would rather not any of it run off to my neighbors. I would keep all of my water. I would store it in the soil profile, and in order to do that, you got to have healthy roots, and you got to have organic matter and all of that. I've always considered now my savings account to be in the land, to be in the plants, to be in the grass, that's my, somebody says, well, you got all that extra grass out there, why didn't you use it? You're just going to burn it up. Well, no, not really. It's my savings account. It's just like, you got to have a savings account. Sure, I've got some forage up on top, but I'm building all these huge root reserves so that when the time comes, I need to tap into my savings account. When the drought of 2012, 13, and 14 come or whatever, then I can tap into my savings account because it's there. And I don't know what goes on underneath the soil. I always wanted to be a cowboy. And so I focused on horses and I focused on cattle and stuff like that. And really and truly, I should have focused on the soil and plants and stuff like that. Because cows, they just come and go, and you can get a new horse every once in a while. And they just take care of themselves. But the soil is where it really is. And there's a whole world that goes on underneath the soil with all these springtails and nematodes and all of these microbials and all of these things. How they take sugar and from the root, from the plants, and the plants has got this carbon sequestration going, it's bringing carbon down, and they retrieve the sugars out of there, and from that they produce nitrogen that feeds the plants, and the plants grow healthier and get more, and there's more of these things, and it just goes, it's around, and there's millions of them going on out there. And see, I don't understand any of it. Wasn't taught that. That's one of the things that we didn't learn in the cowboy school, okay? They didn't teach you stuff like that. They just taught you how to run more cows. And of course, that's what we did. We run more cattle. And we pushed the country harder, and we would run more cattle, and we would thought we were making more dollars, and we were making dollars, but we weren't really accumulating wealth. We got to educate, okay? Until biologists and soil technicians and stuff, until those guys actually came out here and got down on the ground with me and showed me, that's how I learned what was going on. We got to teach what's happening with the soil. We've got to teach how do we take care of healthy soils. We've got to quit just throwing money out there at programs and doing paperwork. We've got to get boots on the ground. We've got to get people out here, and we've got to build trust. That's the big thing you got to have. And once you get that trust, then you get boots on the ground out here, and they work with these ranchers in a way that promotes community-based conservation, what's best for the community. And in the process of what's best for the community always turns out to be best for me too, in the end. I always come out a winner. But I can say this, when I go to fill up my pickup, or if I want to go pay my bar tab at the bar or whatever, I cannot pay it with a dirt clod. I have to have cash. They don't accept soil. I have to keep reminding myself cash is okay, but it's not the most important thing anymore. The soil and what goes on in the soil and just the prairie in general is where I'm at.